All right, guys, welcome to the Pox and Bill Show, episode number 4. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, the Pox and Bill Show came about 3 years ago. We challenged the Ferntree Gully District Cricket Association radio show to put us on. It was a smear campaign of about 2 to 3 years, consistently asking them on their Facebook comments to put us on. They challenged us to start our own show. So we have. Pox and Bill are all about being the home of village cricket, talking about lower grade legends. And on today's episode, pleased to introduce to you one of the Ferntree Gully Association's biggest lower grade legends. Today we've got Jaidyn Stephenson on our show. Welcome, Jaidyn. How are you going today?
Yeah, thanks for having us, guys. Up here in the Sunshine Coast, so the weather's been good, unlike Melbourne at the moment, but yeah, all going well.
Yeah, you're getting a few hits in at the nets up there or anything, mate?
No, having a few hits of the golf club and the tennis racket, but no cricket.
Yeah. So I think for most of our viewers, they would probably know you for some of your other sporting pursuits. But for Bill and I, it's really all about your lower grade cricketing achievements. Tell us about your cricketing journey, when you got into it, where you started, some highlights, and yeah, just for our viewers, all 90 of them at this stage. Tell us about how you got into cricket and yeah, your full journey.
Yeah, I suppose just as a little fella, growing up, I used to go and watch Dad play in the seniors and really enjoyed that. So got involved in Milo cricket and then obviously transitioned onto playing junior cricket for the Ferntree Gully Blues Cricket Club. And then as soon as I turned 13, I started playing in the seniors also. So I'd play in the Saturday morning juniors and then Saturday Arvo seniors.
Now, were you a pretty talented junior or what did your stats look like?
Oh, they were all right. I won a few comp batting averages and bowling averages and did all the rep cricket. So it wasn't too bad of a cricketer, but it was really always my second or third sport. So didn't really care too much. Just had a bit of a swing.
Yeah. So yeah, go Bill.
Did you get into the side at St Joe's there? That being a Joey's boy myself, it's always nice to hear that someone else has gone through the path, Mr. Lean, getting in there and cricket teams and stuff.
Yeah. I played in year 10. I played all through, obviously, year 7, 8, 9, and then played in the senior team in year 10. And then after that, gave it a miss and joined the table tennis team instead. It was a bit easier on the body.
Sounds fair.
Yeah. The burning question for most of our viewers, we've been pretty adamant that we don't want higher grade cricketers on the show. What's the highest standard senior cricket you've played?
No, I played in the twos for a couple of games. But apart from that, I usually just played down low and didn't train and just went out there and had a slog. So I won a flag in the fives, the fours, and the threes, and yeah, it was good times.
That's a bit rude, mate. 3 different grades, 3 flags. I'm not liking that too much. It's a bit rude. I've been playing for about 20 years and never won one.
Yeah, well, at 13 won one in the fives, 14 in the fours, and 15 in the threes. So just was getting better each year, and then I quit.
Save some flags.
Pretty handy.
My highlight on the cricket field is playing one-day grade in B1 against Wandon at one of the worst overs you'll ever see. And me and my mates had to go to a Bucks party straight afterwards, and we were batting second. So I opened the batting, and I'm like, I'm either going to make 50 in 5 overs, or I'm going to go down swinging. First ball, outside off, take a swing, clean air. Second ball, down leg, take a swing, clean air. Third ball, Yorker on middle stump, try and pull shot it, middle stump out the ground, run off straight into the car in my pads, bolt down to my mate's house, and then get changed into, my finest shirt. Maybe it was a YD number with some white shoes back there. But yeah, my highlights reel is not as significant as 3 flags, neither is Bill's. Tell us some of your favourite memories in lower grades, particularly in the senior association, because junior's a little bit different.
Feel free to drop someone in it here too, name and shame.
No,
we're all happy for it.
My first flag, it's sort of a feel-good story. We obviously around my age, we had a few of us cricketers, and I don't know the listeners would know, like Graham Solan, Mario Catalano, who are obviously two big names of the Ferntree Gully Cricket Club and the Ferntree Gully Cricket Association. I'm the same age as their sons, Daniel and Adrian. So in the fives that year, we had a team of all fathers and sons. We had 6 sons and 5 dads, and we made up a senior side, which we ended up winning the flag. So that was a really good team to be a part of and a memory I'll cherish forever. The next year I played in the fours, and my cricket captain was also my year 9 school teacher at St Joe's, Patrick Van Dyke. So like you'd get him at school and he'd be one guy, and then at the cricket club he was a different guy. And just like little stuff like he'd drop the F word or the C word while I was at mid-on. He was bowling and he'd drop the F or C word, and I'd go back to class and tell all the boys that you're allowed to say these words because Van Dyke was saying them on the cricket field that weekend.
Paddy does love it. He does love a little bit of white line fever. He can get a little fired up along the way.
Yeah, I don't mind playing with him. It's better than him umpiring my footy, that's for sure, because he's no good at that.
So the father-son side sounds like a pretty special moment. You've touched on how good it was, but tell us some of the bad parts. Who are the most annoying combos in the team? What were they doing? Surely with that many relatives, there must be some dirt that you can share with the viewers.
There honestly wasn't. I was only turned 13 after Christmas, so I actually only played the last 4 games of the season and just qualified. It was pretty much just Mario and Graham would go and make 100 or 200 between them every week, and we'd win, and the rest of us would just sit there and make 3 or 4 runs. So there wasn't a whole lot to do. The grand final was actually a pretty cool one. So we played obviously a 2-day grand final, and we rolled St John's Tacoma for 49, and we've gone beautiful. We've just won the flag pretty much, and then they rolled us for 51 on the same day. So we got to come back the next day, and we then rolled them again for 104, and we were 7 for probably 50 odd, and my old man and Peter Burnett came in and put on a good 60-run partnership, and we actually won outright in that grand final.
Whack!
That's impressive.
That means a lot to us. We've got a healthy rivalry with the boys from there. Shout out to the Elder family. I am going to take you down, Nathan. Headband challenge post lockdown. That's a quality story. Maybe Bill, why don't we jump over to the game last year and maybe have a quick chat about that?
Well, Jaidyn and I, we did play each other last year. Not that you were there for too much of the game, a bit late and off a bit early, but you arrived and I don't know. The story that sort of stands out for me is you've managed to come on for the last over of our innings batting to have a bit of a bowl, and we had one of our young blokes out there that's about 15 or 16 who doesn't mind having a bit of a swing, and you've got a little bit of pace for down in Div 6, and you've whizzed one past his nose and he's got a bit of a top edge, and you've told him that he probably didn't do as well as he probably could have with it, and he's faced up for the next one, and he's a big fan of yours. He loves the pies, and next thing you know, down comes the next one, and he's decided to dance you, and he's not really done too much with it, but got enough bat on it that it's gone for 4, and you've continued to tell him that he probably wasn't going as well as he should be. At which point, he asked you for a photo after the game, and that was sort of the end of where you were talking too much. You kind of went back in your shell. There's a lovely photo. We'll post it up later on for the viewers. But it was one of the funniest things I reckon I've ever seen. You didn't know what to say. Yeah,
there's obviously always 2 sides to a story here, and you've obviously got that side. The way I'd put it was I came in to bowl last over, and he's nicked one to our slip, and it was a drop catch at slip. I was like, drop catch at point. It was a drop catch at point. The bloke put his arm and it went for 4 or something. I was like, Jesus Christ! It's fourth 11 cricket. I'll allow it to drop. Next ball, he swung again, danced me and swung edge to the keeper. The keeper's gone boom straight through the keeper's hands for 4. I've gone, Jesus Christ! And then he goes again and hits me over mid wicket for a good a quality 4. And then I can't remember what he said, but he chirped something, and I just started seeing red. So that's when I started trying to bowl the bounces at him. I was like, mate, you just cut one to point that should have been caught. The keeper should have caught it. Then you hit for 4 and you chirp up. So, yeah, no, I wasn't too happy at that time. And I think he told me that I should stick to footy or something. And I was like, oh, mate.
That sounds like him. He's a big fan.
A good little battle.
Yeah, he's a big fan. He loves the photo. We love the photo.
Yeah. No, always happy to have a photo, and yeah.
I think
it was a good one, but it was a big day for you, mate. You proceeded to come out and bat at number about 3 or 4, I think, from memory, and out to our 13-year-old. He got you with a good one. I think he might have even had you dropped on the first ball too.
Yeah, I reckon he did. I reckon I got dropped in slips the first. Did I make a duck or did I? I can't even remember.
Nah, I think you got 4 or 5, but yeah, he got you early.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's good. I usually just play one game every off season, and I always seem to go out to a 12 or 13-year-old. I did it against Belgrade the year before, and I think the kid was 11. He wasn't even supposed to be playing seniors, and he got me out. So, no, it's good.
It's probably the same one. Ronan loves getting people out.
Yeah, exactly. No, he was a quality bowler, and I mean, I think we laugh at his age, but I think he'll be a very good cricketer in the future years.
Yeah, we'll never have him on the show. He's far too good and not really a lower grade player.
Exactly.
Way too good for us. So I think it's pretty safe to say you may have won 3 premierships, but you were bowled out by a 13-year-old and you got hit for 4 by a 15-year-old. Fair?
Yeah, sounds good. That sums up my career, I think.
Look, we might wrap it up there. Just any quick other mentions you want to make about your cricketing journey or any shout outs? Go for it, Jaidyn.
Oh no, I don't really have any. Sorry, it's I just love obviously getting back and playing my game every off season. It's always good going out there and just rolling the arm over and having a swing each year. So I can see why the lower grade cricketers enjoy it so much.
Yeah,
and the beers after are even better.
I think you've touched on a very important point to our listeners. We love the tall stories. I'm sure in 10 or 15 years' time, those 3 premierships will turn into 6. The 13-year-old will turn into a 9-year-old, and the 15-year-old 6. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight's episode, guys. Stay tuned for episode number 5. We've got a couple more guests lined up, but if there's anything you want to see, drop a note in the comments. And once again, thanks for coming on, Jaidyn. Really appreciate you sharing your stories about lower grade cricket with the Pops and Bill show.
Thanks, mate.
No worries. Hope the podcast goes well.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.